He's been called the most important man in the world. He's paving the way for the future of entertainment, and he's here today to celebrate over 20 years of history-making radio. He's the king of all media. Please welcome Mr. Howard Stern.
I stand before you today erect. I don't mean like that. I mean I'm standing here tall and straight. Actually, I am a little bit erect. Where is Beth O anyway? She'll handle that later. I love you guys, I really do. Honey, I'm standing here erect. There she is. I look out, I see a sea of shining faces, and I have to ask myself, does anybody work anymore? Hell no! No wonder the Japanese are beating our asses, right? How am I going to sum up 20 years with you guys? How am I going to sum that up? This is almost impossible to do. I got a feeling of mixed emotions. I got sadness. I've got happiness. But mostly I have wet and cold, man. It's freezing, baby. I'm always cold, it doesn't matter. Loyal fans for sure. I'm here today to let you know how much I appreciate you, the audience. What a magnificent 20 years we've had together. My friends, we've done it all. We've done it all! And you know what she said? Howard Stern is the last of a dying breed. The last of a dying breed of broadcasters. You know why? Because clear channel communications, the government, the religious right have taken over the airwaves. They're right. I am the last of a dying breed. I refuse to bow down. I refuse. Clear channel doesn't have live disc jockeys anymore. I am leaving FM radio I am leaving terrestrial FM radio for different kind of airwaves so we can once again be free to do this broadcast the way I intend to do it. We will not bow down. I am the last of the dying breed. She's right. It's the truth. You know, when I started my career, I went from radio station to radio station, knocking on every goddamn door I could to get in. I still like digital cards compared to... I actually like cards better than digital equipment. I am the last of a dying breed, but here's the thing. You guys are the last of a dying breed. When are we ever going to see an audience like this again? When are we ever going to accomplish the kind of things like we have? There will never be another radio show like this. There will never be another audience like this. We have done it all. Congratulations to you. This day is a day of history, and we are all a part of the history. We are all a part of this day. We are all the last of a dying breed. Together, we are strong. Thank you for being in my corner for all these years. In so many ways, you, my radio family, know me better than anyone. You've joined me for the past 20 years, day in and day out. Because of you, I had clout. When you guys gave me ratings, I was able to go to every general manager and beat them down. I was able to go into the door of a program director and tell him to F off because of what you did for me. Today is Fan Appreciation Day. If you didn't give me the rating watched any of this. This radio show has been fired. This radio show has been suspended. This radio show has been fined millions of dollars. But we stood our ground. We stood our ground, the last of the dying breed. We're the last of the dying breed.
Excuse me, sorry.
When 9/11 happened, we were there together. Do you guys remember when that guy tried to jump off the George Washington Bridge? Do you remember that? We saved his life. Anybody remember the Philadelphia funeral? Anyone remember the funeral for WMMS in Cleveland when they cut the wires? They couldn't get us down. We are the last of the dying breed. The last of the dying breed. Does anyone remember laughter? Anybody remember Mark and Brian? History. We're the last of the dying breed. This is history. This is a big moment. How many articles have we seen? Howard Stern is a flash in the pan. He's never going to laugh. Never going to last. And they're all wrong. You know why? Because they don't understand the bridge that we formed. You, my radio audience, have stuck by me. I knew we were never going away because you stuck behind me every step of the way, and I can't thank you enough for that. We are all the last of the dying breed. When I was 5 years old, I dreamed of the day that I would have a show, a club, a crowd, a gang. That's what I dreamed about when I was 5 years old. I dreamt of a loyal audience. How many times did my loyal audience call me up and say, Howard, we're cracking up in our cars, we're laughing, we love what you're doing, keep the laughs coming. How many times did you crank a batch out because some hot, sexy lesbian stripper was talking to me on the telephone? How many times did you do that? All the great times we shared.
How many times?
And everyone said we couldn't get away with this, we couldn't get away with that. But we got away with it all. Why? Because we are the last of the dying breed. We stuck together. Who remembers Governor Whitman, Governor Pataki, and the influence we had in all those elections? Remember that? Giuliani. I don't think we'll ever see the likes of this radio show again. A radio show that influenced an election the way we did. What spectacular history. We have a bond. This is a family. We've done it all. We are all the last of the dying breed. And we've done it all. Fartman called the Iranian embassy. Anyone remember that? Anyone remember Fartman flying into the MTV Awards? My beautiful cellular ass chicks out there for the whole world to see. I was so proud that night. We made history together.
Yo, media!
Last of the dying breed. How about when we called London looking for elephant man's names? How about when we passed wind on the Magic Johnson show? Was that not spectacular and glorious? Have we not done it all? Are we not the last of the dying breed? Hell, I farted in Gary's face after winning a bet. I interviewed some of the biggest names in show business. I interviewed Paul McCartney, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Julia Roberts. You